My name is George Jones, 22 years old, from Washington, D.C. Been at the HOC since day one, and I've been training for about 2-3 years now. Tough. I grew up in the middle of like a triangle of 3 hoods. So like I was like stuck in the house pretty much. Mom's always tried to protect me from, really going out and getting into bad stuff. I started watching it when I was 13, but I initially got into it because of my mom. She used to watch it with me, and an ex of hers actually used to do backyard wrestling, and she was like, what if you actually make it one day and he don't? That would be very funny. So like I ended up like actually chasing it at that point where I was like, maybe. But also I didn't want to box anymore because I hate getting hit in my face, and like wrestling was fun, so I just decided to wrestle. It started 3 years ago. It started at Flatbacks with Tyler Breeze and Sean Spears. And then from there, it went to Devon's Academy, and now I'm at the HOC. The overall goal for me, I would say, is WWE, of course. I would love to train different countries. I want to train in Mexico. I want to train in Japan. I want to go to the UK. I want to train there. I want to stand out. I want to be different from everybody. We used to like pretty much do everything together, talk to each other about anything. Like, she was the one that knew everything. Like, if someone was like just randomly just like, oh, like George did this and this, like she already knew instantly. She had my back, I had her back. I made sure I took care of her in the best way possible, and she took care of me in her best way possible. So like once she passed, like that hurt, and I kind of got like closer to the people that's chasing the same dream as me. So yeah, she was my ride or die, honestly. She will 100% say, I'm proud of you. I remember one day, I called her, I was like, hey, I'm done being here, I'm leaving. I'm leaving like next week. I'm going to go train. And she was like, you sure? I was like, I'm leaving. I'm tired of this, tired of being here. I am going to wrestle. She's like, okay. I took her car, I had $200, and I just like left. And like after about a couple months, like she randomly just like called me and she's like, I'm proud of you. I was just like, for what? She's like you did something that like I like didn't even do. Like it was always thoughts about, moving so many times, but like you actually did it. I would 100% say like she would be proud of me.
How does that feel to know that?
Oh, it felt great. Honestly, at the time, it was just like, you're always proud of me. Like no matter what I do. But now thinking back and also growing up and like really like experiencing a lot of things, oh, like you were like really saying that because you actually do, and you wasn't just saying that because just to say it. Because growing up, you get the same thing over and over, especially from a parent, that sometimes it seems like it may be forced or like because they're your parent. But when you start thinking about certain things that they said or certain things they did in the past when you're older and more mature, it's like, oh, you said that because you meant it, or oh, you kept me in the house because you were protecting me. So it was just, yeah, one of them things that like I had to grow up and understand, like, oh, you mean everything. Believe it or not, day one of me being here, me and Coach got into it. Like no one really knows that, but yeah, like, instantly, because of course he trained at Devon's too. He knew like I was kind of like the student leader there, so like he like instantly shut me down. Like I had a question, he shut me down, and I was heated. But I would say like from day one, I think that has changed a lot. I think everyone has actually grown because now everyone's in the flow of being at the HOC. I would say for sure chaining. I used to hate chaining because it was so boring to me. So I've been chaining here. Kay's been like actually like different ways to do different things. more new school. Because believe it or not, like old school, I don't really like, I can't get into it as much. People ask me like in practice matches, hey, you want to chain? I'm like, nope, nope. It's like, it gets me nowhere. It's boring to me. But now if someone's like, hey, you want to chain? I'm like, let's chain. Because I'm gonna probably, especially if I'm a baby, I'm gonna outshine you. I promise you that. More open. Very close. Like no one don't really know really anything about me. I like to keep it that way most times, but I've like been opening up a lot, especially with some of the members because they're now going through things that I probably went through. You know, when I first started out, my experience, I'm like, hey, like I know this is frustrating, you know, but like it took me 2 years to like get this down. Or just at like our cookouts where like I'm just like telling Renee my whole backstory and she's like, I didn't know any of that. Like most people don't. No one would even guess because I'm very, you know, closed off. When I'm here, I'm like outgoing, very loud. You know why I'm here. you, you know when I'm not here. So I would really say like open, very open now, at least more. Cherish every moment. Because one moment you can be here, the next moment you can be gone. And time is precious. So like take every second like it's your last. Because nowadays most people don't. They just go with the flow of life. And it's like you're gonna realize that last moment you could have done way more. And you just most people do little now. So I would say them for sure. Instagram, the official GMJ. I hate TikTok. I hate Twitter. I'm on Facebook. Sorry, this just healed me. Facebook at George Jones Jr.